Hello students, myself Priyanka Rai and I welcome you all on my YouTube channel, that is Economics at Your Home by Priyanka Rai. So this time again I am back with class 7th geography chapter, that is the interiors of the earth. And as you know students, that we have already discussed the interiors of the earth, about the exteriors of the earth and core, crust, mantle. So this time the topic is rocks and mineral. So let us begin with the topic rocks and mineral. So actually what is mineral? Though the term is not new to you, as you have already read this term minerals. What are minerals? Minerals are actually naturally occurring substance. So minerals are the natural occurring substance and these occurs naturally. Then what is rock? So any natural mass, any natural mass of mineral matters that makes up the earth crust. Now we have discussed that what is earth crust and how many layers are there in the earth crust. We have discussed various things such as various spheres, stratospheres, exosphere, ionosphere and different types of spheres. So this time you are dealing with the term rocks and minerals. So what is actually minerals? Minerals are natural occurring substance. Okay, first of all, what is minerals? Minerals are the natural occurring substance, they have different forms. And what are the rocks? Now rocks, the earth crust is made up of various types of rocks. So the earth crust is made up of various types of rocks. So what is actually rock? So any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust. That means that you will find the mineral matters on the earth crust and it is made up of all those mineral matters. So those mineral matters are actually called as rock. So you can see the figure here, the figure of the rock, how it appears. So this rock can be of different color, size and texture. That means rocks differ in their colors, in their size, in their texture. So hopefully now the term rocks and minerals is clear to you all, that what is mineral. Minerals are the natural occurring substance, that means they occur naturally. There is no role of us in creating minerals, they are naturally found, and the earth crust is made up of various types of rocks. So what are these rocks? These rocks are actually the natural mass of the mineral matters that makes up the earth crust. So the natural mineral matters that makes up the earth crust is called a rock, and these rocks differ in their size, texture, color and they vary accordingly. So basically you are going to deal with three types of rock. Now what are the three different types of rock? Though there are various types of rocks, but you are going to see the three different major types of rock. They are igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Now what are igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks? So students, igneous, the term igneous, what is actually igneous means? Igneous is derived from the word ignis, which means fire. Now why we relate it as igneous rock, or why we say that the word fire is added here? It is because it comes from the lava. Basically you have seen the volcanic eruptions. So the lava, so these rocks are generally found from the lava comes out. You have seen volcanic eruption. So what happens, the lava comes out and these lava forms this type of rock known as igneous rock. So the term igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, which means fire, and sedimentary. Now what is sedimentary rocks? So these igneous rocks are also called primary rocks. Why primary rocks? Because these are the first rock and later the sedimentary and metamorphic rocks are found. Without igneous rock we cannot see sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. So Latin word ignis, which means fire, and sedimentary Latin word is derived from the Latin word that means sedimentum. So sedimentum basically means settle down. So when this lava comes out, what happened, to some extent they are at the verge and after that they settle down. So when they settle down they compose and form a kind of rock known as sedimentary rocks. And now comes the third term, that is metamorphic rocks. So what is actually metamorphic? Metamorphic is derived from the Greek word metamorphos. Metamorphos means change of form. Okay, what does metamorphose mean? It means change of form. So these rocks basically they change their form, they settle down and then cool down and they change the form. So this change, when the change occurs, that change form is known as metamorphic rock. So basically there are three types of rock, that is igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphic rock. Now let us see more about the igneous rock. As you can see a figure here, you can see different types of rock. Now they all differ in their size, color and texture. Okay, why? Because of the way they originate and they form. As I said that igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, which means fire. So what happens when the molten magma cools, it becomes solid, and this molten magma cools down, it becomes solid. So thus rock is formed, and that rock which is formed from that molten magma which comes out is called igneous rock. Basically these rocks are also called primary rocks. Why? Because later the other rocks are derived from this, because this igneous rock is formed and after that what happens, when the magma cools down, it becomes solid Later what happened, it settled down, and some form of lava, what happens, it goes down and settle down. When it settled down, it forms a sedimentary rocks, and when the change occur in their form, so that is what metamorphic rock. So we will be dealing with all these three types of rock. Now coming to the types of igneous rock, let us see the different types of igneous rock. So there are two types of igneous rock, that is intrusive and extrusive. Now what is intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks, how they differ and how they are formed, we are going to say this. So lava is actually fiery. You all know that, you might have seen the volcanic eruption, okay, and I studied about the volcanic eruption. What happens, that lava comes out and that lava is actually fiery. That means that the color is red, and molten magma which comes out from the interior of the earth. Why at the interior of the earth? As I told you all, that more and more down to the earth if you will go, you will find that there is a high temperature and high pressure. So because of that, what happens, some or other factors work. So this interior rocks, when this molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cool downs, and as it cool downs and becomes solid. So when they become solid, thus they form a kind of rock on the crust which is known as extrusive rock, igneous rock, and they have very fine grain texture or structure, you can say. Basically, if you see the Deccan Trap region, you might have seen the Deccan Plateau, and there is a region known as basalt. So in that basalt, you will find the basalt rocks, a kind of this rock. So this type of rock exists in extrusive igneous rock, or you can say this is basically a extrusive igneous rock. So this was about the extrusive igneous rock, which is basically found in the Deccan Plateau region. And Deccan Plateau, as you have studied the different forms of the different physiographic forms, the different physiographic forms such as mountains, plateaus, okay, oceans, islands and deserts. So Deccan Plateau, you will see, and there you will see that kind of rock is formed, that is basalt rock, which is basically an extrusive igneous rock. Now let us see what is intrusive igneous rock. So what is now intrusive igneous rock? Sometimes the molten magma, what happens, they cools down. Now this molten magma, when cools down deep inside the earth crust, means this molten magma, what happens, the magma is flowing. So when the molten magma cools down deep inside the earth crust, that means the deep inside, we have already studied what is earth crust, the layers of the earth, and what happens when they cool down deep inside the earth, solid rocks are formed. So this solid, the solid occurring structure which is formed there is basically called intrusive igneous rock. So this solid occurring structure forms a kind of rock known as intrusive igneous rock, and when they cool down, what happens, they form a large grains, a kind of grain. There is a large grain, and granite is an example of such a rock. So if you will see granite, you can understand there is a difference between granite and basalt. If you compare the two different rocks, and basalt is basically a extrusive igneous rock, and granite is an example of intrusive igneous rock. So grinding stones used to prepare paste, powder, spices and grains are made up of granite. So this was the major difference between extrusive and intrusive igneous rock. Now let us move ahead to sedimentary rocks. Now what is sedimentary rocks? So basically this diagram illustrates about the extrusive and intrusive. As you can see here, what happens, extrusive igneous rock cools quickly, and as a result these rocks are fine grained. So because of the sole reason that they cools down quickly, they exist in a fine grained form, okay, and has lack of crystal growth. They lack crystal growth. So this type of rock is extrusive igneous rock. And what happens in intrusive igneous rocks, they are formed from magma that cools slowly. They cool slowly, and as a result their structure is kind of coarse grained. So extrusive is finely grained, and here in intrusive the structure, or you can say the rocks, are basically coarse grained. So this was the major difference between extrusive and intrusive. Now let us see what is sediments. Sediments, basically the deposition. So the sediments and sedimentary rocks, how sediments and sedimentary rocks are formed. So what happens, rocks, as you have seen, rocks, they roll down, they crack and hit each other, and then broken down. They are broken down. When they are broken down, they are broken into small fragments. So these small fragments, the smaller particles are called sediments, and basically this sediments are deposited. Why they are deposited? They are deposited by wind, water, etc. It carries away those sediments, and these sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rock. So these types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. So example can be sandstone. Okay, sandstone is one of the example of this type of rock. These rocks may also contain various other things such as fossils of plants, animals and other microorganisms. So the meaning of sediments is basically deposition. What happens then when rocks roll down, जब ये पत्थर गिरते हैं, they are cracked, they hit each other, they are broken into smaller fragments, and these smaller fragments are basically form smaller particles. Those smaller particles are known as sediments, and these sediments are deposited, or you can say are carried away by the wind, water, etc. So these loose sediments are composed and hardened to form a kind of layers of rock, which is basically known as sedimentary rocks. So this was about sedimentary rocks, and you can see the figure how igneous rock, extrusive, intrusive, and how sedimentary rocks differ to each other in their structures, in their color, in their texture. So basically, likewise they differ. Now coming to one of the important fact which is mentioned in your book, students, igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rock. Yes, so that is why first of all igneous is called primary rock, because from igneous rock only this sediments are formed and they are deposited, and later sedimentary rock is formed. So basically it is called primary rock, and this igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rock, but when they are subjected to great heat and pressure. When more and more heat and pressure is applied on that, so what happens, they change their form. So basically clay changes into slate, and limestone changes into marble, and various other forms, coal changes into diamond. So this is an example of, you can say, example of metamorphic rock. So metamorphic rock is derived from the igneous and sedimentary rocks, and how, that is why it is a change of form. So this change of form results into metamorphic rock. How they are changed? When they are subjected to great heat and pressure. When great heat and pressure is applied, this rocks changes their form, and thus they convert into a metamorphic rock. So this is how metamorphic rock is found or formed. Now what are the uses of rocks? Why we are studying about the rocks or minerals? Basically minerals, I told that they are natural occurring substance, and there are basically two kinds of minerals, metallic and non-metallic. So metallic, as you know, that they are considered as good conductor of heat, and non-metallic are considered as bad conductor of heat. So now coming to uses of rock, why we are dealing with the term rocks, and what are uses of rocks? So there are innumerable uses. First of all, the hard rocks are used for making roads. The roads which you are seeing, the houses which you are seeing is an example of these rocks. So these rocks are used to make your house, roads, buildings, etc. Then stones are used in many games also. For example, 7 stones, pithu, hopscotch, kit, 5 stones, gitti. Like this, we play different types of game also with these rocks. And these rocks are also used, most importantly, these rocks are also used in making monuments. The monuments which you are seeing, the Red Fort and various other buildings, Taj Mahal, etc., Ajanta caves and all. So this all are made up of rocks. So these rocks are used to make those important buildings or monuments. This is how the rocks are used. Now coming to the last topic, that is rock cycle. What is actually rock cycle? You have studied about the rocks, the 3 different types of rock. So basically there is a rock cycle. Now what is rock cycle? This process of transformation of rock from one to another renders certain conditions in a cyclic manner. So there is a cyclic manner that we are seeing, that the rocks, different rocks are formed. So this cyclic nature of formation of rock, or this cyclic manner of formation of rock, is known as rock formation. So this is known as rock formation. What happens, that this process of transformation of the rock from one to another renders certain conditions, under certain conditions. For example, as I said, that metamorphic rocks are formed and when they are subjected to heat and pressure. When more and more heat and pressure is implied, they changes their form. So basically all these rocks, they differ in their color, size, texture. Okay, why? Because they are subjected under certain conditions and they exist in their own forms. So this cyclic manner of formation of rock is basically known as rock cycle. So process of rock cycle. Now you are going to see the process. What is the process of rock cycle? Now let us see the process of rock cycle. So you can see the process. First, magma is there. This magma is converted into igneous rock. Then this igneous rock is converted into sediments. Then finally sedimentary rocks are formed, and then metamorphic rock. So this is a cyclic nature. Magma से igneous rock बना. Igneous rock ने क्या किया? Sediments. Igneous rock, when it is broken into smaller particles, it gives birth to sediments. Then that sediments is deposited and they are carried away by wind, etc., other factors, thus forming sedimentary rocks. And when this sedimentary rock is subjected to heat and pressure, thus it forms metamorphic rock. So this cyclic nature thus leads to formation of rock, or you can say a rock cycle. So basically now you are going to see what is rock cycle? So when the molten magma cools, it solidifies to become igneous rock. This molten magma, when cools down, it is converted into a solid form, and that solid structure which is formed give birth to igneous rock or leads to igneous rock. Then these igneous rocks are broken down into smaller particles that are transported and deposited. These smaller particles are called sediments, and they are carried away by the wind, etc. So they are deposited, and when they are deposited, they again form a kind of rock that is known as sedimentary rocks. And when the igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to heat, what happens when heat is applied and pressure is applied, these rocks get converted or change their form. You can say thus they change into metamorphic rock. So this was all about the process of rock cycle. Now, this metamorphic rock, which are still under great heat and pressure, melt down again to form molten magma. Now when they are under great heat and pressure, what happens? They melt down. ये क्या होता है? Melt हो जाते हैं, and when they melt, they form a molten magma. This molten magma again cools down and solidifies into igneous rock. So this is what all called rock cycle. How from magma igneous rock is formed, then how from igneous rock sedimentary rock is formed, and how this igneous and sedimentary rocks forms metamorphic rocks, and what happened when this metamorphic rocks is subjected to too much heat and pressure. Again they melt down and they form a molten magma, and again this molten magma cools down and solidifies, and they form igneous rock, or they are converted into igneous rock. So this is what all cycle, or you can say process of rock cycle. This is how rock cycle moves. So now let us see some more facts. Rocks are made up of different minerals. As I said, what are minerals? Minerals are natural occurring substance, and on the earth crust there are different types of natural occurring substance minerals, hence they form the rocks. So these rocks are made up of different minerals. Now what are rocks? If someone asks, you can write that rocks are composed of minerals. Okay, different minerals. What are minerals? Minerals are natural occurring substances which have certain physical properties and chemical properties. Now what is physical and chemical? That means they differ in their color, size, texture, and as well as the chemical composition also differs. Okay, what is chemical composition? That means if I break any rock, so the minerals found in one rock will be, its composition will be different from other. Now what are minerals? Minerals are very important to humankind. Some are used as fuels. For example, coal, natural gas, petroleum, etc. are being used as a fuel, and they are also used in industries for industrial growth. Iron, aluminium, gold, uranium, diamond, etc. they all are used in medicine, or used in some or other ways. So for example, this iron is used in medicine, aluminium, gold, uranium, etc. they are also used in making fertilizers, etc. So this was the use of mineral. So students, we have almost completed the chapter. In this chapter basically you dealt with the term that is interior of the earth. What is interior of the earth? What are the different layers, and what is rock and what is mineral? We have already covered all these topics. So go through the video once, twice, thrice to understand the content, and if there is any doubt you can use comment section. Thank you students.